For those who don't know, the Braxtons are back with season 2 of their rebooted show, The Braxtons. During the break between seasons, their niece Ashley came forward, saying that one of her aunt's husbands made her feel uncomfortable. Tamar Braxton later shared that she didn't know the full story at the time and felt hurt and triggered when everything came out. She also said she's now focused on healing and helping others. This is a serious and sensitive situation that should have been handled carefully. Still, it's good that the truth is out and they're working toward healing. I'll include Ashley's story and Trina Braxton's response for more context.
Yeah, so also I'm 32. This happened when I was 16. So I'm 16. I'm at my aunt's house, and when I leave, I'm there for the summer. Her partner decides, her husband at the time decides to start sexting me. So sexting in a sexual manner. Okay, there was nothing physical that happened. Absolutely nothing physical. However, when my parents first brought it up to my aunt, she was there for me, very like, I'm so sorry this happened to you. And as the years have evolved, that has turned into, it's your fault. It's turned into, you were old enough to know right from wrong. And it's turned into something physical happened and you did it. And for me, that's mind-boggling to me, because if there was something that was physical that happened, and I'm 16 years old, this makes this person a right. You know the word, and I can't use it. And so that is mind-boggling. It's just something that I don't really understand. This person has also had a platform to be able to talk and to be able to voice, show his character of who he is, and like we're all just breaking bread with the person as if nothing has happened.
I've linked the original video in the description because the audio in this clip isn't very clear, making it hard to understand. If you missed how everything started, you can watch the full version there. Now, getting into what Trina Braxton had to say. After the episode aired, there were mixed reactions. Some people felt Tamar Braxton brought her niece on the show just for a storyline and to hurt her sister, while others appreciated her for giving Ashley a platform to share her story. There were also questions about why Ashley didn't speak out earlier, but it's important to remember that no one can decide when someone is ready to share their story. It depends on their healing and comfort level. As usual, after the episode, Trina went live on YouTube/Instagram and addressed several points. The full live is available on her YouTube channel if you want to watch the complete discussion.
Thank you. All right, so go ahead and ask your question. There were a few things that I took issue with. Hello from Chicago. I'm not sure I should go directly into that yet.
Whatever you want. That's your platform.
I think, first I'm going to say, I think it's important for people to tell their truth. But that's exactly what it is. It is their truth. There is one person's truth, there is another side of the truth, and then the full truth is somewhere in between. I don't want to, say it again? I won't go deep into it. While I was watching the show, I was looking at a few people's comments on the WeTV page on social media. People are sometimes very opinionated when they don't know the whole conversation prior to this. I feel like if someone needs or wants real, true healing, it is not for public consumption. I think that if you really want that to happen, then we should have those conversations behind closed doors. And if we decide that collectively we would like to have a conversation for maybe possibly someone else's healing, and I think that should absolutely happen. But I think that you can call it family secrets, you can call it, Braxton no family values, like I saw some people say. Right, it's just the Braxtons right now. I don't think, like I said on the show, I'm going to reiterate it again, everything is not for public consumption. I think that I'm not saying the covered wagon, I'm just saying that things should be talked about, things should be dealt with, and things should be discussed if you want real, true healing. I don't think that social media is a forum for people to hear things, especially if it involves them firsthand. Social media is not a place to hear things firsthand. It's just not. And I love you guys enough to tell the truth, and I love me enough to protect myself and my family and my children. Would I be willing to have a conversation? Absolutely, but I think that needs to happen. Yeah, well, and I'm an open book, and I always have been, because you never have to change the truth. So when you tell the truth about a situation,
You can have a bad memory.
yeah,
The truth is always
Basically, you can misremember details, but the truth remains the truth. Now, if you listen to what she shared on TikTok, Denise, she explained that she spoke about this years ago, back when that person was still around. She said she brought it up while her aunt was talking to her, and at the time, everything seemed fine. But then, according to her, things started to get strange. What she originally said somehow turned into something much bigger, with claims being twisted into allegations of intercourse or questions about who was telling the truth or whether someone came on as someone else. From her perspective, everything became confusing and escalated, and eventually, her aunt stopped speaking to her. However, when you hear Trina's version of events, she strongly disagrees and says that's not how things happen at all. She also raised a question. If this was truly about healing, then why bring it to television? Why not handle it privately through counseling or have those conversations off camera instead of making it public? Another point she made was about her ex-husband. She feels it's unfair to him because he's no longer here to defend himself. He can't speak up to deny the allegations or give his side of the story, which makes the situation even more complicated. She questioned why this is being discussed now, after his passing, instead of when he was alive. At the same time, if you listen to Ashley's side, she insists that she did speak up about it before. So ultimately, it comes down to who you choose to believe. Personally, I just hope everyone involved finds healing, whether that's through counseling, therapy, or honest conversations. This is a very heavy and sad situation, and hopefully, the family can work through it and find some kind of peace. When this story first came out, I had a lot to say, which is why I'm not going too deep into it again. I've already covered it before. I'll link those earlier videos in the description for anyone who may have missed them and wants a full breakdown from the beginning. With that said, I'm wishing everyone the best. Thank you all so much for your continued love and support. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any updates. I'll see you all in the comments. And remember to always keep a positive mindset. Look for the good in every situation and stay blessed.